What's up everybody, my name is Alex Rodzianko and welcome to my channel. This is my first ever YouTube video, so please let me know what you think in the comments below. I'll be releasing weekly videos predominantly on tech and personal finance, so if you're interested to see more, make sure you get subscribed. Let's get into the video. So the AirPods Pro have been around for a while now, about 1.5 years, but they're still incredibly popular. So if you haven't already bought some and you've been thinking about doing so, you might be wondering, are they really worth £249 or $249 US? And is now the best time to buy them in the middle of 2021 when there's rumors of a new generation around the corner? In this video, I'm going to give you my answer. We'll start off with my conclusion so you won't have to skip to the end for that. And then we're going to get into more detail into how they sound, the active noise cancelling tech, design, comfort, OS integration, battery life, microphone quality, and then lastly that key question, which is now the best time to buy them? So, timestamps are below, let's get into it. So first of all, just for some context, this review is very much from the perspective of an Apple user and somebody who uses a lot of Apple products. So I already have a MacBook Pro, iPad Pro, an iPhone, an Apple Watch, so I guess at this point it maybe is only to be expected that I'll just add the headphones and get the AirPods Pro. But I would say that despite how much I do like Apple products, there are a lot of people for who I think the AirPods Pro are just not going to be worth it. Let's say that you're somebody that just wants really basic video calling functionality. Maybe you don't want access to that high quality audio, you're not really that interested in having audio while you exercise, and you don't want to worry about battery life, then the AirPods Pro are clearly not going to be the headphones for you. But I would recommend them if you have £250 to spend on headphones, you're already pretty heavily invested in Apple tech, you want access to more premium sound quality, and also the convenience of going wireless and maybe listening to audio while you exercise. So let's take a look why. Okay, so let's talk about sound. Now, I came to the AirPods Pro primarily having been used to these very different headphones from Sony, the WH-1000 XM3s. They're different because they're over-ear headphones instead of in-ear earbuds, and they're just generally a little bit bulkier. Now, I did not expect the AirPods Pro to be any kind of upgrade. I didn't expect them to be higher quality sound, and to be honest, the results didn't surprise me at all. The Sonys are just going to give you more of a punchy bass, they're going to give you more of a powerful sound, generally just going to sound a little bit more premium. But also, the AirPods Pro, they don't fall down by much, and in my view, I think they sound absolutely fantastic. They're not going to be as premium as headphones which are slightly more expensive, say like the Sennheiser Momentums, or those at much more expensive price points, like for example the Bowers & Wilkins PI7 model. But the AirPods Pro do pack this really rich mid-range frequency kind of sound to them, a lot of separation in the top end, and just generally they sound really good. They're absolutely no disappointment. One important feature of the AirPods Pro is its active noise cancelling tech, which is going to shape your listening experience to a pretty considerable degree. So it comes in 3 settings: on, transparency, and noise cancelling. Honestly, this feature was not particularly novel back in 2019, let alone in 2021, but my experience of using it after the past couple of months is actually pretty amazing. If you set the headphones to on, they're pretty much just going to sound like regular earbuds. But if you put them on noise cancelling, they're going to mute your surrounding sounds whilst actually simultaneously making your audio sound a lot better. And it's pretty amazing how well noise cancelling mode works, given how small the earbuds are. There's also transparency mode, which uses in-ear microphones to amplify your surrounding sounds. So that's useful if you're running along a busy road, for example. It's worth knowing that the ANC on the AirPods Pro isn't going to work quite as well as on other headphones like the Sony XM4s. But again, as with sound quality, the difference isn't going to be that much. Also, in general, the technology doesn't work that well with higher pitch noises and conversational tones, but with lower pitches like the hums of a car engine or an airplane, they work extremely well. Honestly, that feeling of just putting your earphones on and having them wash away the sounds of the world around you, it's pretty sensational, and I don't think that feeling is going to wear off for me anytime soon. Okay, so with design, let's take a look first of all at the first thing out of the box, which is the case. I personally really like the size and the shape of it. The case is a little bigger than it was with the older generation of AirPods, but it's still compact enough to even fit in that extra small pocket in the front of your jeans, so it'll stay out of the way of anything else you're carrying there. And that is an excellent advantage over bulkier alternatives like the Sony WF-1000 XM3s or the Powerbeats Pro. Plus, the build quality is terrific. Honestly, I have dropped the headphones with or without the headphones inside too many times, and they've held up without a scratch. Plus, it's worth knowing that if you do order through Apple, then there's an option for free engraving, so that's pretty nice. Now, the design and comfort of the actual headphones themselves are much more of a mixed bag. They're nice and discreet looking, partly because of Apple's decision to go with a shorter stem compared to older models. Plus, the controls are easy to navigate. Tap once to pause your track, tap twice to skip, and then long press to toggle between A and C settings. One really annoying thing though is that you can't actually change the volume from the headphones themselves. You either have to do so on your device or ask Siri, which is a little bit awkward and definitely not ideal at all. Another issue which will vary between users is that you can't guarantee how comfortable the headphones will be unless you actually try them on. The box comes with 3 different rubber-sized tips which you can use for customization depending on your ear size. Personally, I prefer the small size, and I've used the headphones for up to hours at a time at home or for up to an hour at a time while running, and they've never caused any discomfort. But I do know others who have complained that the plastic feels kind of uncomfortable, as if there's something pressing in your ear no matter which ear tips you use. So although it is difficult, ideally try them on before you buy, but if you know that Apple earphones don't typically suit your ear shape, then an alternative option could be something like the Powerbeats Pros. With connectivity, your experience will vary depending on what you're already using. If you're an Apple user, pairing AirPods via Bluetooth is just such a seamless process. Once you've opened the case near your device, you're automatically greeted with neat animated on-screen instructions. And after you're connected, there's also an ear tip fit test which you can use to see how well the earphones form a seal during use. That's pretty cool. But be aware, neither of these features are available on Android, and if that doesn't seem like a big deal to you, I mean, it doesn't to me, then that's fine. But if for some reason you are set on a fully compatible Android option, then there are alternatives available like the Galaxy Buds Pro, which are a little bit cheaper. Okay, so battery life. Now, unfortunately, this is where AirPods Pro don't do such a great job. On a single charge, Apple advertises up to 4.5 hours of listening time with ANC and transparency on, and up to 5 hours with the settings off. The wireless charging case also provides more than 24 hours of listening time. Now, compared to the competition, these specs were maybe okay back in 2019, but almost day by day, they're looking like a major drawback. The Galaxy Buds Pro offer a slightly better 5 hours of listening time with ANC on, 8 hours with ANC off, and 28 hours with the charging case. And although they're £30 more expensive, Sennheiser's Momentums offer about 7 hours on a single charge and 28 hours with the case. Bose's Quiet Comfort earbuds also have better battery life, and so do others that I could mention. So if you're somebody that's not at all satisfied with trading £250 for only up to 5 hours of listening time, no matter what other bells and whistles you get, then I would say definitely do look elsewhere. Okay, so I know that there seems to be more optimism emerging about the global situation day by day, but it seems pretty clear that for a lot of us, remote working is here to stay. And if you are one of those people, you might be after some headphones with a good quality, reliable microphone to use, say, during video calls. In this department, the AirPods Pro absolutely do deliver. YouTube tech reviews don't always showcase microphone quality on headphones, so I thought I would do a quick comparison here. So now you're listening to the microphone on the Sony WH-1000 XM3. The external microphones are placed at the top of each ear cup, but there are also internal microphones, all of which are used for the active noise cancelling feature. The newer model, the XM4s, does actually have improved mic placement, so it is a little better on the active noise cancelling side of things. And this is what the microphone sounds like on the AirPods Pro. Now, the microphones are placed on the outside of each individual earbud, and it's also worth knowing that they have improved resistance to wind, so they will sound a little bit clearer compared to the older AirPods, for example, if you're outside taking calls. Now, the test you just heard was obviously only between 2 very different options. But the point is that compared to the Sonys, which are at a similar price point, Apple's AirPods Pro do a really great job. Its microphone won't leave your voice sounding muffled or obscure during calls. Okay, so where does all of this leave us? First of all, in my view, for Apple users who have the cash to spare, who care about good quality audio, going wireless and listening while active, the AirPods Pro are absolutely worth £250. Plus, they still have this kind of chic look to them even in 2021. The only real drawback is battery life, but if that isn't a huge issue, then there really isn't much cause to complain. But quality aside, the real question is this. If you've done your research, you've maybe watched videos like these, and you're set on getting the AirPods Pro, then is now the best time to buy them? Apple haven't made any official announcements about a new generation in the pipeline. There's currently only speculation that one may enter production around Q4 2021 or Q1 2022, and then be available sometime after. So if those rumors are true, and they're only rumors, then the wait could be at least 9 months, and it could be considerably longer. If you want them sooner rather than later, then in my view, now is absolutely a great time to buy. And I expect that the AirPods Pro will be my main headphones to use for a while still to come. If you like this video, go ahead and smash the like button and let me know in the comments below. Coming up next, I'll be comparing smartwatches at different price points and letting you know which one I would buy in 2021. If you want to stay tuned, hit the subscribe button and tap the bell for notifications. Thanks for watching, see you in the next video.